Okay. How long does it take to get jacked? I've had this question in the past also when I was going to the gym and when I was a beginner. And I see people every now and then asking this question to me like how long does it actually take to get jacked and how long does it takes you to get jacked and have this physique and everything. And I remember when I was a beginner, I was also curious to know about this thing that how long does it actually take to build me a dream physique and build me a really nice muscular attractive physique. And I remember exactly 6 years ago when I started going to the gym, I made some baby gains when I started going to the gym. I was like training consistently, eating bullshit carbohydrates, processed food, and everything. And I see some progress, like I made some progress. I had some baby gains and everything. But after a few months, I stopped training consistently and I started seeing the decrease in my results, in decrease in my muscle gains and everything. And my mind was wondering that how long does it actually gonna take me to build me my dream physique. And I made some progress, but I'm not even bigger, I'm not even muscular or attractive. I can't take shirtless pictures because I don't have like visible nice abs and everything. I have like still like 2 or 3 abs on the upper ab, but I can't show my abs to everyone like because I still have like belly fat, I still have like skinny fat physique. And I was wondering that if it's gonna worth it or not, if it's good for me or not, and I'm gonna see results or not. And because I started doubting myself, I stopped going to the gym consistently, and I go to the gym like inconsistently every now and then, maybe like once in a week or twice in a week, and then I was not even consistent enough. That's why I started seeing the decrease and plateau in my gains, and I was not even maintaining the muscles. I was like decrease. There was a decrease in my muscle growth, and I can't even maintain the muscles that I've gained in my past. And also I started seeing the skinny fat physique again, like my muscles started converting into fat and was not even muscular and stronger enough. And that is all because there was no particular goal and purpose for going to the gym when I started. I was like going to the gym just for showing off and just for like only like caring about attention and getting girls and everything. I was not even persistent to chase the goal. I wasn't even learning about diet, about nutrition and everything. I was just going to the gym and eating junk food, bullshit, like processed carbohydrate and everything. But after a month or two, I started researching about like diet, about training and everything. And I see people in the internet, like on the YouTube and everything, started building their dream physique and getting attention from everyone and everything. And I was curious to know that how long does it actually take them to build their dream physique. And they all were telling the different kind of answer, like it takes me around 1 year or 2 years or sometimes like 5 years, and some of them have taken like steroids or like 6 months and 1 2 months or everything. And some of them are talking about like it took me around 10 years to build my dream physique and everything. But I see every one of them, they are just happy. They are just happy that they have built their dream physique. Even after they have built their dream physique, I see the purpose in their eyes. Like I see that they're actually happy to go to the gym and start working out. So how long does it actually take to build your dream physique? Like how long does it actually take to get you jacked? So the first thing to consider here is genetics. If you have like good genetics, like you might can build muscle very quickly. Like I see people like they just go to the gym only 1 week 2 week and they gain more muscle than the usual normal guy who's just going to the gym for over years. And I'm not saying that if you have shit genetics you can't build muscle. Even if you have shit genetics, like if you're brown, like if you're Indian, Pakistani or Asian guy or something, even if you have shit genetics, you can build a very nice physique. You can build a more muscle mass if you just train consistently in a right way. So it's not only about the genetics, but yeah, like if we're talking about time, the person who has good genetics, the person who has high testosterone and everything, they will build more muscle faster than the guy who's like shit genetics, like a brown Indian kind of people. Like I'm brown and I'm Indian, so it took me around like 4 or 5 years to build my dream physique. And for some of them, like the black people, like the African people or something, they have like good genetics, they have like a high testosterone and everything. They can build a pretty nice physique, like very muscular physique, jacked physique in just 6 months, like 4 or 5 months. It's very simple and easy for them. They can just touch the weights and they just like become jacked. They don't even like lift hard or everything. They just like build muscle naturally. And I see some people like they're not even working out and they still have visible have like good physique naturally, like accidentally. They don't even work out. Like they might work out like once in a month or twice in a month, and they just have pretty good physique naturally. But the other thing that you have to also consider here is consistency. Like even if you have shit genetics or if you have like good genetics, consistency is more important. Like if you have like very bad genetics and if you're consistent enough, you might can build more muscle than the guy who's not even going to the gym consistently. So consistency is also important here to understand that if you consistently going to the gym and if you're working hard, you can build more muscle very quickly than the other guy who's not even going to the gym consistently and hoping that like I can build more muscle in just 1 week, or maybe like I can build more muscle in just 1 year. And the third thing that you want to also consider here is training, like how good your training is. Like I remember one of my friend, I used to work out with him last year, and he was my gym buddy. We were used to work out together and everything. And before that, he was also working out before, like 1 or 2 years before. And I met him last year, and we were working out for just like 3 to 4 months. We worked out for 3 2 months together. And before that, he was not very muscular. He was fat, and he doesn't have good definition in his shoulders and triceps and his chest and back and everything. He told me about like I wanted to grow more of my like shoulders, and I wanted to get more definition in my shoulders and everything. And he was just working out very hard before that, before we met and everything. And we started working out together, and I give him some tips about like rear delt, about the shoulder definition, about the exercise and everything. And I give him like autistic level of tips about like shoulder training and about the other things also, like the chest training and all of the training things, because he was like working out with me. So I was obviously like I train him about like everything, like you have to keep your hands like this, you have to imagine this, or you have to like do the form like this and everything. And I was like standing there, you have to do one more rep, one two more rep and everything, go to failure and everything. So that's how our autistic level of knowledge I was giving him, and that actually brought him results faster. He has like very nice shoulder definition, because like he has shoulder definition before that. He has like a good anterior delt, like the front delt and the side delt also, but he doesn't have rear delt. He doesn't have good definition in his like shoulder. But when I trained him, after just 1 month of training, he has like very attractive and good looking shoulders, just because I was training him. So that's how important of like one-on-one coaching, or maybe you have bought a course or something. That's how important knowledge of training is. Even if you just don't get a personal trainer or something, even if you just invest in some of your knowledge, like invest in some information that is actually valuable. Maybe you just buy a course, or maybe you just have a one-on-one coaching with online coaching with someone, or maybe even like if possible, if you have like physical one-on-one like personal trainer or something, it's gonna take you 10 times faster results than the other guy who's just working out and who's just like lifting the weights and just throwing the weights up and down. And the next thing to consider here is nutrition, like how good your nutrition is. Like I see people in the going to the gym training hard, and when they get back to the home, they just eating bullshit things. They just eating like pizza, burger, some like processed food and everything, and they complain about they are getting fat and they're not building muscles. Like you're supposed to get fat if you're just eating bullshit carbohydrates and processed food. Like like you have to eat protein. Like everybody knows nowadays that you have to eat protein just to like gain more muscle mass, but they don't actually follow this diet advice that they actually have to get more protein in a day to gain more muscle mass. So if you just going to the gym and training hard, but you're not taking the right nutrition, like the meal plans and the carbohydrates and the complex carbs and the protein and fats and everything, you're not gonna build muscle accidentally. You're not supposed to build muscle. So that's why having a good nutrition is also important to gain more muscle mass faster. And if you need more information about like nutrition and training and about building an aesthetic body and building an attractive physique, just check out the first link in the description. That's my course for young men to start their fitness journey and become more attractive with it. And also the other thing that you want to consider here is hypertrophy training. If you're just powerlifting and if you're not increasing the rep range of your sets, you're not gonna build more muscle. Like some people just power lift and they just do one rep max all the time, and they just lift like heavy weights, and they just do like below 3 reps or below 5 reps. They're not gonna build more muscle faster. So you have to be in a rep range of like 10 to 12 rep range or maybe 15 rep range to build more muscle and build more muscle quickly. Like some people are just fucking around in the gym and they're just doing one rep max in every machine. Like they're not gonna build more muscle because they're not giving the trauma and the stress to the muscles, and that's why their muscles are not fatigued enough to recover and make it bigger. So you have to be in a hypertrophy rep range, and you have to slow down the eccentric part of like your exercise and the set you're doing and the reps you're doing, and in that way you're gonna put more pressure and the stress on your muscles while in the eccentric phase while you're stretching the muscle, and that way that's gonna build you more size and build more muscle faster. And honestly, some people just fuck around here and there and they just wait and they can't even take action. And they just hoping that someone would give them advice that it's gonna take you like 6 months, it's gonna take you this time and this time, and it's not gonna take you longer. And even if someone give them blueprint or something, they don't even take action. And there are so many people out there giving information about fitness and knowledge on the internet. And there are so much information on the internet about fitness, about training, and about getting jacked and nutrition and everything. And some people just consume the content, but they never take action. And you might be one of them, like who are just consuming content and who's never been to the gym, never worked out, never done like more than 10 push-ups in his life, and you're just fucking around here and there consuming content and hoping that someone would give me blueprint, or like if I had money then I would take action, and if I have like this girlfriend or something, if I have this diet or something, then I would take action. But in reality you're not gonna take action, you're just hoping that someone could give you some like magic stick or something, and that way you're gonna build a dream physique faster in just 1 week or something. But even if you get that dream physique, like maybe if I promise you that I will coach you and in 6 months you're gonna get dream physique, but even if you get that dream physique, but after that you're not gonna take action, you're gonna lose that muscle mass faster again, because you are still a loser, you have still that loser identity in yourself that is stopping you from becoming who you wanted to become. And it's not only about like how long does it actually take to get jacked, and it's not only about the getting jacked and muscular and attractive and everything. It's about living a lifestyle, it's about living like a man, it's about doing the hard things, and it's about living healthy lifestyle. Like the people who are just going to the gym and who have built their dream stick, they're just not fucking around just to show off and just to get attention from girls and everything. Of course that's a byproduct, but they are just loving it, they love to work out, they love to work hard, and they love to push themselves harder and in the sets and in exercise. And the boys who have built their dream physique actually nodding their head, yes, like I understand you, like I actually like working out and actually like pushing myself harder in every set and everything. But people like you won't understand this, like before you have worked out and before you have done like hundreds of workouts in the gym, you won't understand these things if you are not accountable, if you haven't worked out like 100 times or like 1,000 times in the gym. So first of all you have to do like multiple workouts in the gym consistently, like set a goal of doing 100 workouts consistently in the gym, no skipping, like no skipping a day or no nothing, just make a plan and do hundreds of workouts in the gym. And that way you're going to build discipline and mental habits that is actually going to help you in other areas of your life as well. Just honestly take action because you're young. Even if you can't build a dream physique in just 6 months or 1 year, you're gonna learn so much about yourself. You're gonna learn so much about discipline and mental things, like habits and everything in this journey. And you're gonna build that habit, and that's gonna help you in other areas of your life as well. Just take action because you're young. Click on the top link in the description and subscribe to this channel. Goodbye.